Hello, everybody. Now, today we discuss the second part of Warda's grammar of lesson 20. We start off with the Bahubihi Samasa, with the Bahubihi compound. Now, here Warda explains, just as for other compounds, that a Bahubihi can also consist of more than two members. For example, here Bhagava Onitapattapani. So the Bhagavan whose hand has been removed from the bowl. Mahapuriso siha pupattakayo, like a great man whose body is like the forepart of the lion. And the Bahubihis can even be metaphors. For example, Bhagava Suvarnavanno, so the fortunate one whose color is like gold, or Bhagava Brahmasaro, so the Bhagava whose voice is like the voice of Brahma. Here, by the way, Brahmasaro is most likely a Majjhima Paralopi Samasa, meaning a Samasa which has lost Lopi, a middle part, Majjhima Pada, meaning there should be Brahmasara Saro. So the Bhagava, whose voice is like the voice of Brahma. So Brahmano Sarovia Saroyassa, so Brahmasaro Bhagava. Okay, a passive errorist, directly from the root. Now, this only has the third person singular, and the root undergoes vutti, and the augment is prefixed, and the inflection is short e. The meaning is identical with the ordinary passive aorist, and the form is exceedingly rare and may be regarded as poetic. It differs from the ordinary aorist active only in having the lengthening of the root vowel. It may then sometimes be difficult to distinguish between the two forms. Like a few verbs, for example, kam kamati, have this lengthening in the aorist active, in the active aorist. So that's why sometimes it's difficult. Is it is passive or active? Now we have from tanoti, we have atani, it was stretched. From tantanoti, stretch, we have atani, it was stretched. And udapat, we have udapadi. To arise or to happen, we have udapadi. Either this can be understood as an active, it arose, or as a passive, it was arisen. So again, sometimes it's difficult to decide whether it's active or passive. Now, the last section here is nouns and adjectives compounded with verbs. In this case, a number of nouns and adjectives are sometimes combined with verbs in the same way as prefixes and take an indeclinable form when so combined. So kar and bu, the roots kar and bu, are usually used. The meaning is that of the meaning is that of the noun and adjective transformed into a verb with more or less idiomatic divergence. Examples are garukar, garu, heavy, garukar, literally make heavy, and then give respect to. Satkar, so literally to make well, and or then to entertain. The adverbial form is often derived by substituting the long e for the short r. For example, we have here udaka, so water, and then udaki pu. For example, udaki buta, having become water or consists of water. And besides the ppp bhuta, which may be used as a noun, the noun derivative from bhu, bhava, nature, or state of may be used in the same combination. For example, ekibhavo, so from eka, one, ekibhavo, one nature, or then unity, literally only nature or one-ish nature. Okay, let's look at some of the vocabulary. ati upagam, achupagachati, join, adhere, anunya, anujanati, allow, apachikati, slander, calumniate, apiruhati or apiruhati, mount, get into, board. Here the root vowel doesn't undergo guna. Akosati, abuse or scold. Here the prefix is shortened due to the double consonant arna peti, the causative, order, command. Upakam, upakamati, attack, fall upon, and go into. Upasobati, appear, beautiful or shine. Okamati, descend into or rise. Here again the prefix is shortened due to the double consonant. Odha, odahati, put down, ppp, ohita. Oru, orohati, descend. Here the root vowel undergoes guna, as opposed to the previous word. Ki, kiati, exhaust, waste, perish. Kina is the ppp. We know this from kinasava, so one whose influxes have been exhausted, so which is a description of an arahant. Gada, gadahati, blame. Gadahita, ppp. Chachadeti, be pleased. Jirati, become old or age. The ppp is trinna. Nirya, niyati, go out to. Nirva, nibayati, become cool or even extinguished. And from this word nibbana is coming. Pajayati, become consumed with regret. Panya, in passive. Panyayati, be discerned. Patyagam, pachagachati, return. Patyarnirya, pachaniyati, go back or return. Parikiyati, exhaust or eliminate. Parikina is the ppp. Paribasati, defame, slander. Paripunjati, eat, enjoy. Parivasati, live among. Pariha, in passive. Parihayati, be eliminated, come to an end. Pavedati, tremble. Pasamsati, praise. The ppp is pasattha. Vijayati, give birth. The aorist vijayi. Samvatati, involve, dissolve. Samtanoti, stretch out, spread out. Sadati, remember. Sayati, taste. Suchati, become pure. And the nouns, anya, very important one, knowledge, insight. Adipado, slaying, killing. Antalikang, sky. Antipurang, citadel, palace. Andhakaro, darkness, obscurity. Apacho, offspring. Apunyang, the opposite of punyang, demerit, evil. I believe this also should be such a noun which comes together with karoti, or with the noun derivative of kar. Just as ekibhava. Okay, we continue. Apunyang, demerit or evil. Asado, tasting, enjoyment. Acharo, conduct. Adanang, taking, from ada, adadati or adeti. Alumpang, peace, peace. Itatang, this word. Uyanang, park. Puttang, honey of small wild bees. Garnika, courtesan. Gaisha, gandho, odor. Gitang, singing. Jano, person or people, collective singular. Jada, old age. Taraka, star. Timisa, darkness. Dayado, inheritor or heir. Dovariko, porter or doorkeeper. Nakatang, constellation, especially lunar mention. Natchang, dancing. Navanitang, butter. Pajaya, shade. Panyasa, 50. Patisalanang, retirement, seclusion. Abha, radiance, paribhasa, slender, palapo, nonsense, pado, foot, pokaratha, complexion, puranang, antiquity, ancient tradition, bandhu, kinsman, a name of Brahma, or as the god, as father and grandfather of all creatures, bhavo, nature, state or status, mata, measure, maso, month, mukham, mouth, yupanang, youth, meaning state of youth, raso, taste, piquancy, enjoyment, aesthetic experience, source of aesthetic experience, rupang, form, matter, this is very much known, this word as well, nama rupa, vaditang, instrumental music, vesso, a husbandman, or farmer or merchant, bourgeois, member of the hereditary agricultural mercantile class, and he has a small footnote here. The Vesas were originally the third most numerous and only productive class among the three classes of Aryan society. After the conquest of the second millennium BC, the Aryans, adopting the ways of civilization presumably from the Indus people they had conquered, instituted the fourth class, the Suddas, as a servile and sometimes enslaved class of subjected people serving, working for the Aryan classes, for example, as laborers and artisans. The Vesa and the Ṭīkā Nikāya may thus be a farmer using Sutta laborers or a merchant using Sutta craftsmen. Samyojanang, connection, union, Samvatsarang, year, Sankhya or Sankha, enumeration, calculation, denomination or classification, and the idiom Sankhyan Gacchati or Sankhang Gacchati means counts as, is conceived of as, is considered as. Sakkaro, entertainment, should also come from Satkar, to make well or to entertain, then Sakkaro, then the verb, the noun, I beg your pardon, entertainment, Sadatto, Sadatto, the true good purpose or the true good objective, referred to Atto, Santanakam, film or skin, Sappi, ghee, Sampang, frivolity, chatter, Savanang, hearing, Sayanho, evening, Sutto, the helot or the member of the civil or working class, and Suppam, luster and glory. Okay, today until here. Tomorrow we continue. So until this, Subha Punadasanaya, Tava Paveya, Subham Mangalam.